Okay, and this should be back again. And this will be the coloring bit. So what we need to do now is add color to this thing. And that's way down here. So what I'm thinking of is I'm going to need what we have here. We've got this guy here, this flood fill. And then we've got the flood fill to random grayscale. So I think this will be our friend here. I think this one here, I'll just take this and then I'll transform this out. And I think this will be like the color of our rocks here. So if I add a gradient to this, gradient map, and then I'm just gonna I'll pick off my reference here actually. I'll pick those colors off my reference just through here. So let's go, where's our gradient at here? Gradient editor, sure. Let's go pick gradient. And we'll just run it through here like this. And then I'll bring the precision down a bit here. So we got, I don't know, we've got some colors there. And let's see what I'll close that now. So those are the colors on the bricks there. And then if I take this gradient map here, which is not looking amazing at the moment. What's happening with this here? Because we've got our normal here, and then we've got this curvature is not looking right. DirectX, OpenGL, curvature. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Oh, there's curvature smooth. I think that's what we want there. Oh yeah, there we go. That's looking better, isn't it? Now that is a little bit dark, right? And what's going on with there is kind of like this odd little, oh, that's actually a problem with our, what is that? That's an artifact I didn't see earlier. There's like a little spike coming up here. Ooh, it's not good at all. All right, we've got to figure that thing out. Out from a distance it looks fine, but you get close and there's like that kind of spiky bit coming out. Which is not great. Well, let's add we said we were going to add the colors, so let's go ahead and we'll just do a blend here. So we got that, we got that one, and we'll just set that to maybe like multiply, bring that down a bit, or maybe we could add that. Yeah, I don't know if we want to add that on top. Maybe the curvature. Let's set that to add, subtract. Let's try that. Let's see, opacity here. I don't know. It's a bit shiny now, isn't it? Let's come down here. Super shiny. Let's bring that up a little bit. I think it's because I've got like a lot of normal on there as well. I'm going to crank up the height of the tessellation just so I can zone in on that error that I've got. Let's go to default tessellation scale. Oh, let's bring up the factor here, 8, and then we'll bring up the scale to like 20 or something like that. Let's go crazy. Let's go 50, and then we can really see that that error in there. Yeah. Boo. All right. So it must be something with the grout coming in. Is it this mask that I've got here? Is it because it's like too sharp? Maybe if I do a small bevel on here, it'll help. I'll just do like a really small one. No, I want to go distance. Yeah, we'll just go out a tiny bit here, 0.01. What does that do? Let's bring it, let's do it a little bit more. Distance 1. No, it's not really changing it, is it? It changed something there. Wait, is that not? It is for sure the grout that's doing that, right? Like if I just go like this. Yeah. Oh no, hang on. Oh, wait a minute. It's not the grout lines. It's the actual rocks themselves that are doing that. Ooh, okay. All right. It's not the that, is it? Let's just go here. No, it's not that. That was the cracks we put in the rocks. Let's see. This drove you mad. Yeah, well now it's my turn to go mad here. What is it in here that's causing this? Maybe it's this here, slope blur grayscale. Let's see here if I get rid of that. Oh, hang on. Was that the one? Yeah, that was it. That was that slope blur grayscale there. Why did I put that one in? I think I was trying to blend this kind of, see how I've like chipped away the stone here a bit? I think I was trying to do something with that. And it, yeah, I guess it kind of, maybe if I did that before or something, then it would work. But yeah, that was the issue. I tried to get this like kind of in my reference. I felt like the rocks had like kind of this pattern or something in it that I was trying to get in. But where was this attached here? What did I actually? Let me just hit Control Z. So that was attached like that there, and then that doesn't even really change the look of the rock that much, to be honest. Let's get rid of that. All right, good. Okay, there we go. So that's that. All right. Now we can kind of now we can go and turn this. We'll turn the material down again. Let's go to tessellation. Scale back down to 10 again. I think is fine. Maybe I could maybe do 20. Okay, so the coloring's a little bit off. I don't know if you can see this or not, but like the coloring, I need to get a better we need to figure out the grout lines essentially. That's what needs to happen now, so I can color in the grout. So to do that, this is going to be fun. We're going to need to take, I don't think this is actually doing anything at the moment. If I take and put that out again, yeah, that's giving me a hard grout edge. But I don't know if I like it like that, to be honest. I think I like that little bit of a bevel in there. Not that much. I don't think I can bring it back again. Whoops. And what happens if I blur this? Let's go the distance out a bit. And then smooth it. Is that actually, oh yeah, it smooths it out a bit. Smooths that edge a bit. Okay, so what I want now is, I want the edge of the grout. And to get that, I think what I need to do is take, I think I need to take this brick, and I'll do a blend here with the grout. And I'll do a subtract, I think. Subtract. And then what do I get there? And then if I do a histogram scan, is that going to give me the grout lines or not? Let's see here. Let's bring the color up here. So if I blend in another color here, I'll just blend in a solid color for the grout here. Blend. So this will be on the there, and then I'll just do a solid color here. And this will be what we want for the grout. We'll just do like a lighter. Oh, let's do a little bit different color here. Do something like that. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So that isn't quite right. It's close though. It's very close. That seems a little bit wide maybe. And it's kind of like splashed up a bit there. It's not bad though. All right, let's have a look at our reference again for the coloring here. So it is kind of gray grout in here. I don't know, that looks all right. My rocks are a little bit more round, I guess. Maybe I can go back and just adjust the actual rock way back at the beginning here. Let's see here. If I set this higher here, will I end up with more like flatter kind of rocks? The only issue is when they're smaller, that process I did of like chopping off the edge of the rocks is kind of like more, it's more pronounced. And what we got for like our edge width here, I turn that down. Edge roundness. Edge width. Go back here. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. It's all right. Let's do a random seed on this. Yeah, I don't know. I think we can do a better job with the coloring here. Let's see, maybe we got a little bit high here. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, there we go. What was that 2 and 14? So the grout is kind of lighter in the middle and darker on the sides. So I wonder if I can kind of get that in the grout color. I think I probably can. Is that just, what's that lighting in there? That's just kind of like a shadow or something in there. So what can I do here? Let's take the, where was that grout mask? How did I make that one again? There's my grout mask. I'm going to try inverting that. Invert grayscale. And then, what do I want to do with this here? I think if we bevel that in a bit. Go the other way here, in a bit. And then I'll do like maybe a slope on here, slope blur. Grayscale, and then just put some noise in here or something. Use some Perlin. What do we get here? Samples up, intensity down. Whatever, intensity up, min. What do we crank this up? Okay, so that might give us like a slightly, so if I took this color, for example, and did a blend with another color, this lighter, we'll just bring the value up on this. And then we did this here. That's going to give us like a kind of a more random grout color here. Oops. Yeah. I think that's closer to my reference. I don't know if you look at it here. I was just looking at like the kind of like the dark around there. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. There's also kind of like a dark edge around here, like where the grout goes out onto the rock. So I could kind of get that going as well. How would I get that? Again with this thing probably. Again with this. Can probably do something with that. So if I was to take this and if I was just to bevel this out a tiny bit, just a small little bit, distance positive 0.01, and then if I was to blend this with the original, this one, and then just do a copy subtract, that's just gonna give me that edge of that thing. And if I picked another color now, a darker one, I'll do this here, and let's just bring the value down quite a bit, and then I'll do a blend, and then this will come on top, and then we'll use that dark edge, or that other mask here. It's kind of giving us this. Now it's not on every edge. It's like how can I say it? It's kind of, well, it looks all right like that, to be honest. But what I'll do is I'll vary it up a tiny bit. Oh, whoops. I'll vary it up a tiny bit with, let's crank up the normal one here. Let's crank that right up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I think this bit that I'm subtracting now is a little bit too geometrical or whatever. Yeah, I was going to vary this up a bit, that outline, or that edge. So that's that one. I'll just blend this with like some kind of a noise of some type, like black and white spots here, and I'll just multiply here. Multiply. That'll just make it like some areas will have it and some won't. So yeah, it's just a little bit varied there. I think that's better. So I'm gonna go back and just kind of, I'm gonna mess with that edge a tiny bit. That's way up here. This is this bit. I did a warp on it, but I think there's more that I can do. Wait, where is it? That's cracks. That's not it. This is it here. Man, this is super simple coming in here. So, yeah, we could definitely do a... what do we want to do? Slope. If we want to do slope or a warp. Maybe we want to do a warp here. I don't want this messing up again, though. Kind of screwed up last time I was playing with this. So, warp with noise of some kind. Noise. Oh no. Let's just look for I want dirt. Why is it? Oh, dirt. We want this? I don't know. This is gonna be crazy. Warping with this here. Intensity down. No, I don't like that at all. Let's try pearl in here. I mean, that's kind of interesting. I don't know, that's gonna look weird on the rocks though. It varies it a bit. Let's see if I bring up the intensity here. I kind of like that, to be honest. It's got a cool look, actually. That's not too bad. It's a bit stylized, I guess. I don't know. Maybe a bit stylized. But that's fine. What happens if we take the edge of this, actually? What do we get there? Edge detect. Nothing. Hang on. Histogram. Histogram scan. Like this here. Down. Let's bring this right down. Oh, it's just hard to find that edge. I think maybe because I did that warp on there. You know what? Maybe I'll do it earlier. Yeah, like that. Do it before. Edge width. And right down. You know what? I'll just try going straight from there. It struggles, doesn't it? I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest. I think I'm wasting time. Yeah, forget that. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think that's okay for coloring. I'm trying to think of what else I can do here. Like I could try to make the rocks more square because they're a little bit rounded now. So I could kind of come in here and just kind of adjust the curves on here. Like I could come in and just have these kind of not or the blend maybe. This is set to subtract. I could probably, can I adjust all of these? I don't know if I can multi-adjust here. No, I can't. I think you have to set like some kind of driver or something that you can do that. If I set that down, let's just bring that down a bit. Let's try that on all these here. Just drop the opacity on these. Well, not too much. No, they still need to be up a bit. All right. Or maybe the curves need to be adjusted on them, I don't know. That's it. I think I'm going to save it for tonight and call it good. So we'll just take a quick look at it. Oh, here it's popped out. Here it is over here. So there's where we got to. And okay. We got some spam messages, it looks like. Carrying best viewers on Streamboo. Yeah, thank you for that. I'll make sure and check that out. No, I'm not going to be doing that. No offense to you. Maybe I can adjust these a little bit, these bits. I don't know. I guess in my reference there's like some lichen and stuff growing on here. Maybe I'll try to do that, like these lichen patches. That might be interesting. Oh, this is interesting. On the rock, this is kind of like a granite. I haven't really done a lot of coloring on the rock, have I? Like there's variations in the color on the rock. That's what's missing. Let's push it a little bit further. Let's try to vary up the coloring on the rock a little bit. We did that on the grout, but we can do it on the rock. Alrighty. So I'll just close this and cancel. Okay. Cancel. How come I can't get this back again? What's happened? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm gonna go Windows and reset layout. Yes. Okay. And I do want to save changes here. File. Save all. Oh, hang on. Oh no, I don't want to save all. I just want to save this one. Save. Okay, this package here, I think I can just delete it. I was trying to test here, but oh well, I won't worry about it. Okay, so variation in the rock. How are we going to get that? So I think we need, is it this guy? What if we do this? Histogram scan. Yeah, that's going to give us like kind of that. Which might be good. Because if we took our values here and then blended this in, if I just did a blend here with this one, and let's say we just go add on top, add, and then just kind of bring the opacity way down, it does give us some variation on the surfaces, right? So now if I plug that in, you can see on the rocks there's kind of a little bit of variation of color on the surface of the rock. I actually think it's not a bad idea. You can see there it's kind of just that, and maybe we can vary this up a bit here. So what can we do here? Let's do a slope. Do we want to do slope, or do we want to do, you know what, I can just multiply on here. Let's just do a blend, and then I'll just do something noise or something on top. What do we want? What kind of noise? Clouds. black and white spots. I don't know. Let's try it. Multiply. And we got that. Okay, and then if we plug that in, here we go. Position. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave, I like the contrast up high here. That's adding nice variation in the rock, I think, in the color. And then if we blend this in, we can kind of bring the opacity up a bit. And it's going to give us more of a contrast, I guess. Or not, actually. It doesn't really change much, does it? I think just because there's not a wide variety in the rock, in the stone colors. But it kind of, I mean, I kind of like that. I think that's more similar to our, but, okay, something to think about here. No, I'm happy with that. I think I like that. How would I do it differently? How would I change that? Yeah, this is bothering me. This is too stylized, this edge here. Ah, that's annoying. So where's that edge again? It's up here, isn't it? We did a warp. Let's do something different here. Or maybe we'll do something after the warp. Warp. Berlin noise. Let's bring that in. Intensity down. And we'll do a min. And just crank this number up. Intensity. Okay, that's breaking that up a bit. Too much. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe a bit. So let's blend this back in again. Just getting rid of that kind of that edge a bit. What happened down here? It's a bit odd there. So maybe what I do with this is, let me try directional warp with this. See what that does. Just do a gradient here. Let's try 1000. And the warp angle. Do we like this or no? It's looking more interesting, isn't it? It's a little bit too. It's a little bit too uniform, maybe. let's when we bring that in, we'll use a noise on there. Maybe like something like that. So this is not everywhere. Histogram scan. You know what? I think rather than doing that here, I need to do this where this gets mixed in here. So I think at this point maybe. You know what? Let's bring that back. And instead of plugging it here, let's plug it in down here. Yeah, that's better. It's just in some areas. Yeah. What's this dark red in here? Not sure if I like that. Let's go back to the color of these. Where's the color getting sampled here? Is this? That's not it. This is it here. Gradient editor. Is that red there? Yeah, I think it was. That was all right, actually. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it for now. And I guess there was kind of like that little orange lichen on top. I guess I could do something with that. And that was in the grout lines as well. Okay. One last thing, and then we'll call it a night. What do we got now for? Let's see here. Oh, we did have up to 5 viewers. Oh, that's awesome. That is so much better than usual. We went from 0 to 5. That's a huge increase. Thank you guys for stopping by. Here's our reference there. And now this lichen, what are we going to do with this? You know, I think it's going to be on the top of the rocks a little bit. Oh man, it's going to be tough. Well, let's just make it random for now. So let's just go ahead and let's see, what does it look like? It just looks like little spots of stuff. That's super easy, actually. Let's just do this. Let's just do a noise of some kind. Yeah, black and white spots, sure. And then let's just do a scan. Histogram scan. We'll just bring that. There we go. Done. Job done. Yeah. And then we'll just crank the contrast up, actually. Let's do the random seed values here. Oh, so we want the random seed on here. Random seed. And I think we'll bring up the scale of this as well. So it's a little bit more evenly kind of spread over. Yeah, something like that's going to be nice, I think. And then like color wise, we'll definitely put it in the height itself. So this is currently driving our height here. So let's do a blend. And well, we'll see. I got an idea. We'll see if it actually works. So I'm actually going to do some height on here. This is going to be my mask. This will be the height here. Let's see here. This will be the lichen. Man, this is the least organized graph that you could ever have. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm gonna have to bring this like I'm gonna set this to add. And then I'm gonna have to like just crank this way down. Histogram range here and bring it way down because it's gonna be way too high. Yep, that's about right. It is spaghetti-o. Already spaghetti. Why is it still so bright here? Add. Oh, maybe I'll go to copy again. Yeah, I'll go copy. No, I want to do add on here, I think. Add. Yeah, add. Overlay. Maybe. Range. Maybe like that. Okay, well, let's see what it looks like on the height anyways. Let's shift drag that up. So now we should be seeing like these little, man, can I even see it? We should be seeing this stuff on here. Hang on. Let's shift drag back again here. Whoops. Oops. Yeah, it's definitely there. It's definitely like you can kind of see a little bit right there. Let me try playing with the range here a bit. Hang on. Let me see, where else do we have it? Yeah, it's there. You can see it popping off the surface a bit. A little bit too much probably. Position. Yeah, I just want a little bit there. Range, and then we'll drop down the position again. You know what? The ranges doesn't have to be that high. Yeah, just like that is probably fine. Oh crap. We got that, well, we got that artifact in here again. Oh. Did we? Is it there, or is that just something else? That could be something else. It's probably back. It's probably for me trying to add those features on the rock again. All right, so we got that, and then let's add some color here. So what color do we have for these lichen? It's kind of like an orangey kind of thing going on. So let's try to color these guys. Gradient map. And then I think on here we just got two colors really. So let's go ahead and pick it. Let's go this way. Like that. Precision right down. And then we'll blend this in. Blend using our mask, and we'll try plugging that in. Alright, so we should have some lichen on there. Now, I would say it's actually lighter on the outside instead of on the inside, so I probably got to reverse that. It's also a little bit small maybe, so I'll come back here and kind of make it show up a little bit more maybe. That's too much. Maybe just something like that there. Hang on. No, that's fine. But this doesn't feel quite right. This position here. Position range. Overlay. Add. Oh gosh, that's awful. That's adding, eh? All right. That's probably closer. And I want the color kind of reversed. It's a little bit, well, is that in my, no, it's kind of like that actually. It's kind of growing in there. Yeah, I think I just need to reverse the color here. So I think I need like the darker colors on the other side. So it's actually going this way. Let's see here. Hang on a sec here. Yeah, it's got to be there. Yeah, like that kind of. It's more on the outside. Alright, we got some lichen growing on there. I don't know. I don't even know if it's noticeable. Let's have a look at it again, the shape. Maybe what we'll do, well, you know what we could do here? What happens if we do a, let's try if we, let's see what happens if we do a slope on here actually. I've never done one on like something this contrasted before, so I'm kind of interested to see what would happen. Nothing happens, eh? Okay, fair enough. What if I did it on here? Sloper grayscale. Samples. Is that right? Samples. Density down. Let's try a blur maybe. Hang on, 0.1. No, 0.1. Does that actually change anything for me? Oh, it did a bit. Kind of makes these a little bit more like larger looking, a little bit nastier looking. That's probably closer to my reference actually. They are kind of like these little scabby things. But I think I've lost the edge on these now. Like they're a little bit too, I don't know, too noisy. Yeah, let's change the scale of this thing again. Scale back a bit. Whoops. Now it looks like someone threw dog poo on the wall. Yeah, it's just, that's too much. It's just meant to be kind of there, not yeah. Try a little blur here. And bring it right down. Let's kind of change that shape a bit. Let's go back. Actually, I just want to take one look at this thing again here. This here is quite got a lot of fine detail in it. I'm just going to do a small blur on here, I think. Just a really, really tiny one. I think that's where that noise is coming in, is it? Isn't it coming in there? Oh, hang on, maybe it's coming in here. Alright, does that look like lichen? Or does it look like something else? It's meant to be lichen. It's kind of growing. My reference is showing it growing in like little spots, kind of. I don't know. Yeah. Is it close enough? Let's see here. I think I picked the color off of here. Let's just have a look at the gradient again on here. I'm going to pull this back a bit, I think. And I think that'll be job done here. I was going to do something where I like only had it growing like on the top side of the rocks, but I don't think it really cares. Like it's just growing everywhere. I could have too much of it on there. That could be something. Maybe I can reduce it a tiny bit. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's have a look at this mask we got for it. Intensity. We'll just change the scan here a bit. So maybe the position, and just drop it down a bit, so we don't have quite so much. It's not. It's just meant to be an accent. It's not meant to be the main thing, right? I think that's good. All right. Thanks so much for stopping in. I appreciate the company. That's very cool. Yeah. I'm gonna sign off and hope to see you again. Let's make sure we save our work here. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna try to do more of it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can make this full screen here. Again, one last look at it here. So here's our reference here. We're kind of going for like these originally, and then we found this. Oh, there's green lichen too. There's orange and green. Oh, we missed the green. All right, well that'll have to be for another time. There's also some grass growing here or something. That's kind of cool too. All right, next time. Oh, we didn't do the roughness map, did we? We just kind of got the same roughness everywhere. All right, yeah. I think I'm gonna do a lot of designer actually. I think it'll be fun. Just find different stuff to work on. So take care. I'll see you later. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot more that could be done here. You're absolutely right. You got a good eye. I kind of half-assed it a bit. I think it's mostly like I wouldn't know how. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. But yeah, the roughness needs to be done. It's a little bit shiny, and then yeah, we gotta see what it looks like when it's in game and stuff too. Yeah. All right. Take care, man. See you later.